I come from a game where our voices are tremendously unheard across many issues that we continue to express. And it's really awesome coming into a new game, seeing that developers like this are doing the things that they're doing, which its community, I hope overall, would feel tremendously good about. You know, I have to say it is super cool playing a game that has had issues and great things about it, but more importantly, the issues that continue to arise. Playing a game under a house of developers that are doing things that show signs of actually listening to their community and implementing changes that potentially solve a lot of these issues, or a solid workaround that continue to maintain the overall integrity of the game, from PvP changes to addressing certain situations and problems and things of that nature. And I have to say, I am thoroughly impressed so far with what the devs are doing in terms of listening to the community and not catering to bad decisions. The game itself is very PvP focused and oriented, and not hindering so far the quality of that experience in the current making of this video. From world boss events and people being able to have their loot potentially stolen, a recent update being announced that any player that is part of a conflict boss and has loot dropped specifically for them, their loot will remain on the field for 10 minutes, and after that cooldown is done, then that loot becomes available, meaning that you can go to peaceful bosses, and afterwards when you go to conflict bosses, you still have a chance for loot and a good window to be able to obtain that loot. And I think changes like that are really solid. More specifically, there's been a botting concern in Throne and Liberty that is negatively impacting the economy, and immediately seeing posts such as this where they say, today we enacted a set of bans against accounts suspected of operating bots within Throne and Liberty. We will continue to monitor activity and take action against any bad actors intent on negatively impacting the experience of our players. Maintaining a fair and equal environment for all players is our top priority. We appreciate you understanding and support as we work to uphold the integrity of our games. You hear that? So if they are truly doing something about this, and we're seeing ban waves truly being implemented, when you go into the game and you see nonsense in your mail, oh, I deleted the mail, but every now and again you might get mail that says, hey, are you interested in buying this or whatever, or having gold or cheap Lucent or stuff like that? Report that stuff. Report it. Even from a content creator perspective, stuff like this is reaching out to creators on a, I wouldn't be surprised, a regular basis. I actually had one of these show up in my email today. Hello, my name is Richard and I'm with Player Auctions. We're a trading platform for game accounts, gold items, and other services that have been operating for 24 plus years. He came across my YouTube content and he really loved that I spoke on behalf of free-to-play players in it. He wants to contact me and wondering if I'm keen on doing a collab with him in a video. And when you go to this website, they're gold traders, they're gold farmers, and I can solemnly tell you right now, I have absolutely no interest in working and promoting this absolute nonsense. I'm here to play the game. We're here to do this properly. People want to swipe in game, but I can tell you right now, if Throne and Liberty is doing things like this and taking action on bots, report it. Report it. Report the things that you see. Report these players that you see, and continue to try to help, because it's not going to be perfect. Bots will more than likely always continue to remain in this game, but so long as action is being taken and we actually see action being done, take the time to continue to help push towards a healthy, better, if not best version of the game. This is a wonderful thing to see. I come from a game where our voices are tremendously unheard across many issues that we continue to express. And it's really awesome coming into a new game, seeing that developers like this are doing the things that they're doing. I think it continues to give longevity to a game. I can think it continues to uphold a very high level of integrity for a game, which its community, I hope overall, would feel tremendously good about. Reading some of the comments, you can see people saying things like way to head the right direction. Someone's complaining about PvP inside and tried to hang out there, but got killed by a huge alliance who wiped out everyone. People are going to cry about PvP. Can't really change much of that. But it seems that the overall general consensus from players is just continue to post high praise. But of course, there's going to be conflict of interest towards other people's issues as well. But on the topic of just bots, this is a huge, huge W. So well done. Let's keep that stuff going. Another awesome address and just recognizing a big oopsie that has happened. I really love clear communication, and this is really important in games like these. But they mentioned for a brief period of time, players on early access servers were able to transfer to full launch servers. This was unintended, and we have added parameters to help prevent this from being possible in the future. In addition, all early access players who transferred to a full launch server will be transferred back to early access servers upon next login. For players affected, please check your in-game mail upon logging in for this page for further instructions. Thank you for your reports, patience as we work to resolve this issue. So for those that don't know, before full launch, there was early access servers that players could jump onto to get a head start, and then the full launch servers launched. Early access players were not able to go over to the full launch servers, so to speak, because they were so far ahead. There was an issue or a bug that had occurred where early access players were able to go over to the full launch servers, and with players having a strong amount of time ahead of others, you can only imagine how that would go. The power difference would be insane. Boss conflicts would be completely overrun by much more powerful foes. And this is a wonderful adjustment towards getting those servers back on track. Obviously, it's really hard to change the damage that has been done and the progress that's been lost. But nonetheless, I think recognizing it, addressing it, and actually implementing a change is the absolute best thing to do. This is full transparency while recognizing this was a mistake rather than just giving us some nonsense wordplay and addressing it indirectly while not owning the mistake. I love seeing stuff like this. I love seeing the transparency of things like this. So again, this is a massive W from the Throne and Liberty devs. Moving forward, we have more updates as of the current creation of this video, and we're going to go over some of the stuff. My favorite thing that has been added to the game are some of the new skins, like the Halloween outfits, Halloween costumes, Halloween weapon skins, different Amatoys as well. And oh, what do you know? They cost Lucent. Can you believe that? A currency that, yes, you can swipe for, but you can go about in-game means, earn Lucent, and get these type of items absolutely free to play, which I again think stuff like this is a huge W towards players that want to just play the game free to play and not be paywalled by certain aspects of this game. I understand that there may be certain costumes and things like that that do come out that not everyone will be able to get, that will be behind a paywall, but I am a huge fan of the majority of cosmetic content that I've seen, including some of the nicest looking skins we've seen so far come to the game, are completely obtainable through free to play means. I could swipe this. I am tempted to swipe for this, but I'm not going to, because I'm just going to play the game and earn this. And look how nice skins like this look. It is so sick. Nice glow to it, nice animation to it, and then the costumes overall are not bad looking either. This is for my class. I don't know if I can show the male version of it, but this is a huge W with some new Amatoys that have come out. This is actually my new favorite one. I really am a fan of this one. I'm gonna be working towards getting this one. And then a new morph for your sprint. This one's kind of meh to me, but maybe you like this. So let's go over some of the further updates that are going on, and let's just see what they're talking about. So Throne and Liberty had some downtime. This update includes bug fixes, localization, UI changes, and things of that nature. Also, when I signed in today, some of you guys may have custom HUDs for your UI. Make sure when you sign back on, your map may have been moved just a little bit, but when you have your UI set, make sure to save it again. All of my preset saves have been sadly deleted. So make sure if you have something you've made, save it. Okay, let's see what they're talking about in the notes. So all platforms, the general consensus, character deletion wait time is now set to 24 hours after initiating the deletion of a character. Server transfer cooldowns are now displayed on the server transfer window. Server transfer cooldown time has been increased to 30 days between transfers, and the transfer free ticket promotion has officially ended. The gameplay notes, we have dynamic events, improved Remove rewards for all dynamic event modes to better match the effort made by players during an event. For guilds, hunt type guild contracts with defeating various monsters can now only be initiated once per day. If completion carries over into a new day, a new contract will become immediately available. I think this is actually super, super wonderful because those contracts had long cooldowns, and min-maxing would involve you to wake up at certain periods of time. I think the fairness of this overall will be much more equalized towards guilds and their rankings and things like that. I think this is an absolutely awesome change. Guilds. When leaders leave a guild, leadership reassignment now checks in order of the highest available guild rank, highest available guild contribution, and the longest guild membership time. So guild leaders have to pass off leadership to someone to be able to leave. It's sounding like guild leaders can now just leave and it automatically just falls into someone else's lap. Request. The terrific trio of Carmine Forest connected the map indicators for the quest area in arena. Players can no longer rejoin completed arena matches. For crafting, adjusted the crafting materials for rare blank lithograph recipes. These no longer differentiate between epic and precious enchanted ink and simply use enchanted ink as a material. For fishing, they improved the hook animation while fishing. For customization, adjusted some character customization options to keep eyes safely behind eyelids. Wow, I can only imagine the nightmare fuel. And in the tutorial, fixed an issue where players could become blocked by logging out during the morph portion of the tutorial. Imagine going to Tutorial Island and not being able to leave Tutorial Island. For dungeons, a new matchmaking option will allow players to join a randomized dungeon and all available options and more easily fill groups. Players could previously only queue for specific dungeons. They increased the bonus HP and damage buff applied when matchmaking dungeon groups from 5% to 10%, adjusting matchmaking logic to attempt to form groups of similar power progression more consistently, and party members can no longer be kicked from the party during active boss encounters. I think that could potentially be a double-edged sword, but I have heard of some players just going in and once getting to the boss, they've been booted, and then potential other people being allowed to even join in. I haven't experienced that myself, so please correct me if I am wrong. But I think the fact that if we get in the situation, in the case scenario that when people get to the boss and are able to complete it, there's just going to be no party griefing of that kind, which I think could potentially lead to a super, super awesome outcome. I see this more positive than obviously negative. For localization, corrected a tooltip text error for the crossbow quickfire. So corrected tooltip error stuff. Precious skill growth books now properly indicate whether they can upgrade an active or passive skill. Corrected tooltip stuff and more UI changes. So these are all little things. If you care about that, you're welcome to pause the video and check that out. Guild contract. So now UI changes. Guild contracts, time to the next contract can now be displayed more reliably after completing guild contracts. So just small UI changes, error messages, little things to clean up. I'm actually not going to go over this, but if you want to, you're welcome to pause again and check this out. Controls. Fix some areas of the Amatoy and morph menus that could not be navigated with the D-pad. So console players getting a little bit of love here too. Fishing will no longer be canceled while pressing B key while in fishing mode. I can only imagine pressing that and that becoming a bit annoying. Fix a case where charged abilities could still fire after canceling a long button press. So I'm hoping that this is going to fix the bug of the animation holds, and when you have to roll or use your Q block or Z block or whatever you press on controller, I hope that is catered towards that, because I know a lot of us are dealing with that little bug. So hopefully that is that fix. For PC, temporary disabled the ability to attach file uploads and character customization or support requests while we improve the file attachment functionality. I wonder if that has anything to do with also the UI, but we will see. So regardless, some of these changes, though simple, seem really, really, really good overall. Obviously, my favorite one being the bans against the bots. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Hopefully we continue to see more clear communication like that, and hopefully we continue to see more positive changes for the community overall. So all these updates are really, really exciting to see. I'm really, really happy with seeing how a lot of this stuff is unfolding. I hope we continue to see really positive life and continue to see a really healthy pulse in this game. And yeah, Halloween skins, they're out. They're completely earnable through free-to-play methods. And yeah, grab that swag while you can. If you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to hit it with a like. If you guys have more things to add, put it in the comment section down below. If you want more content from me, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one, and have yourself an awesome rest of your day. Peace.